Pakistan's Prime Minister's advisor, Sartaj Aziz's visit to India?
Well, after having continued to sponsor terrorism on our soil, Pakistan now sending its second batch of infiltrators, this time, of course, being diplomats that we're going to be seeing here for the presence of the Heart of Asia conference. Pakistan's National Security Advisor, Sartaj Aziz, is to find it difficult now to continue with all that has played out and to push for diplomacy with India.
Well, sources from the Heart of Asia conference say that Aziz will have to attend this conference, and to counter Pakistan, the agenda of this conference is going to be not just stability of Afghanistan, but counter-terrorism. That will be the top priority of all the attendees in this conference.
Now, the draft of this counter-terrorism strategy, which is to be discussed at this meet, provides practical, effective, binding responsibilities, the actions as well as the solutions there to address the menace of terrorism. Effectively, in other words, it is a strategy which is adopted, and it is expected to obligate Pakistan to act against terror groups that are operating from its soil and continue to target Afghanistan and India.
The war has to be the last option. What are the options open for us? War, surgical strikes, or dialogue? We should not have any any situation where we don't have a dialogue with our neighbors. Mr. Aziz is coming to Pakistan, to Amritsar. Let the agenda be fixed by our National Security Advisor.
सोल्जर भी लड़ रहे हैं और सरकार ने कहा है जो बैंक के लाइन में खड़े हैं वो भी सोल्जर है, वो भी लड़ रहे हैं. तो कौन किसके साथ लड़ाई कर रहा है और क्यों कर रहे हैं, आप एक बार देख लीजिए. पूरा देश आज एक लड़ाई में बिजी है. कोई रोजी रोटी के लिए है और जवान देश के लिए है. जो हाई कमिश्नर यहाँ बैठा है ना पाकिस्तान का, उसको पकड़कर इस्लामाबाद के फ्लैट में बिठाओ, वापस भेज दो, यहाँ ताला लगाओ.
No, I don't agree with this kind of stand. That because of all these developments, the diplomats and officials of different countries should be treated as untouchables. No, the dialogues and talks should also go on.
All right, let's go back to our colleague Madhav once again. Madhav, we're looking at the opposition continuing to seek questions from the government over the visit of Sartaj Aziz, even though it being Heart of Asia, as we've been discussing all of this morning. Has the government revealed what it is expected to do, and how will they go about, having Sartaj Aziz on Indian soil?
Well, of course, things are certainly, of course, building up in terms of pressure on the government as to why Sartaj Aziz is here on Indian soil, particularly in the wake of this dastardly terror strike that has taken place yesterday, the twin strikes that have taken place at Nagrota and Chamlial. The big question, of course, is whether India, which has seen in the past Pakistan humiliate several of its, at least one of its ministers, I beg your pardon, Home Minister Rajnath Singh, when he did visit Pakistan for a conference, will, of course, any kind of action be taken vis-a-vis Sartaj Aziz, because clearly Pakistan, when it's present on Indian soil, will try and rake up issues that are close to it. Whether India should in fact be entertaining such people at all is an important question that several opposition parties are raising. The government, for its own part, saying that diplomacy is something that should be left best to the government to handle, rather than raking up such other aspects, because at the end of the day, this is a Heart of Asia conference. It is focused on Afghanistan. It's not directly a conference that in fact impacts on Pakistan.
Stay with us, Madhav. Getting in an independent voice on this, Commodore GJ Singh with us as well. Commodore, in your view, how do you think one should be dealing with this? Will it be fair to block him in not attending this conference, or would it be better to engage with him and counter him as far as Pakistan sponsoring terrorism goes here?
You see, stopping him to come on the Indian soil, denying him a visa, no red carpet for Sartaj Aziz, is also a kind of pressure on Pakistan. We shouldn't only consider pressure, what is coming out from the army. It is not only military, pressure that matters. The country has to the government has to put pressure on Pakistan in a unified form. What I mean to say is, at the moment, government's one part is fighting Pakistan, the other department is laying down a red carpet for their foreign affairs advisor to their prime minister. The third department is doing trade with Pakistan. The fourth department is issuing visas. And another voice is saying that no, we should be talking to them because it is not directly concerned with India, it is with Afghanistan, he should be allowed. We shouldn't forget that Sartaj Aziz will use this platform, this forum, for renting Kashmir issue again, because
but Comrade Guise Singh, let me ask you, if we take into consideration all that you have mentioned, and if we were to snap all ties with Pakistan in totality, how does it actually help the situation better? Very recently, sir, after the surgical strikes, we've also had the DGMOs actually pick up the phone and speak on the ceasefire violation, and for 2 days after that, there was no violation. So, while you say snap all ties, how will it really help the escalation, the build-up, the situation at on the ground?
Yeah, that is what I will explain to you now. You see, when you want to resist your enemy, first of all, our government, our country, our people should decide whether Pakistan is a friend or a foe. If it is Pakistan a foe, you cannot expect anything coming from Pakistan which is friendlier. So, first of all, first decision is decision as to whether Pakistan is a friend or an enemy. In my opinion, Pakistan is an enemy country. So once you have an enemy country with you, you don't, deal with them with the, kids,
So are you saying, sir, it's a conflicting signal that has been sent out from the government itself in even showing him, giving him the red carpet here for the Heart of Asia conference? Is that a conflicting signal being sent out by the government that his entry is not being blocked, he's going to be welcomed, given the red carpet on the Heart of Asia conference?
So that's what I'm saying. You see, the same man who is talking about his country that is forming two committees, one for highlighting the Kashmir issue globally, the other one committee which will woo the Indian segment public, segment of the Indian public who is not happy with this government's, policies, and they term it as what is called extremist policies of Narendra Modi. So you have one mouth speaking two different languages.
Okay.
One Sartaj is giving two different statements.
Okay, so confused signals, according to you, is the problem because of which we're not being able to really, chart out a course with Pakistan, Comrade Guise Singh. We've actually opened this segment up, sir, to several of our viewers as well. What are joining us over the phone line? Kalpana, go ahead. Express your view on NewsX.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Go ahead.
I really think it's now high time the Indian government takes complete action and shuts all these guys out and tell the peaceniks in India to just shut up. I mean, enough is enough. We've enough pussyfooting we've done, and enough of our soldiers are being martyred across. Right. I mean, I think it's high time that we keep all this man, and this man especially should be kept out because he is the one who is the advisor to Nawaz Sharif.
That's right, and has given several provocative statements in the past. We appreciate you calling in. We understand the sentiment there. Our next caller, Manish from Mumbai, once again. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon. My view on this matter is this, that while we recognize that Pakistan is a terrorist state and causing problems for India continuously, and that yes, the compulsions, geopolitical compulsions and our own compulsions necessitate that we keep dialogue or keep engaged with Pakistan, I do believe that there is no reason for us to give them a platform